Established in the mid-19th century, local man Edward Davis opened a limeworks at this site on the outskirts of Rochester, where limestone was burnt at high temperatures to make slaked lime, which would either make farmland more fertile or could be used as lime putty in buildings. It was then either shipped along the Medway or sent by rail. At its peak in the 1890s, 1,000 men worked at the site, and the company had one of the largest fleets of barges in the world. Here we are. Pretty cool. But the history of the site actually dates back further. In 1893, a group of workmen discovered a chamber believed to be a Roman temple, and in 1906, teeth and a 3-metre long tusk belonging to a mammoth was found and can be seen today at the Rochester Guildhall Museum.
So we're at the back of the kilns and we've just obviously been inside some of them. It's a really cool place actually, very sort of quite weird environment to be in. All these little sort of holes popping in and out into these big chambers with little archways. Kind of like Alice in Wonderland or something, you know, going in these little rabbit holes. But it's a really cool ruin and it's all very overgrown, but it does give it a nice look. But sadly, who knows actually how long it's going to be left here, because it seems like it's a bit of a building site at the moment.
The works were bought by Blue Circle in 1911, who combined it with their other sites in the area. However, this one closed 15 years later, as without a railway on this side the Medway, it became too costly to transport the materials across the water to then be sent by rail. So today we're using a slightly different camera. We're using our GH5 with a new Sigma lens, the 18-35 f1.8 I believe. Pretty good lens, although it's quite chunky. You see it's got a Metabones adapter there, so it's quite heavy, but nice to get out the sort of more premium kit, so to speak, but yeah, not the best for run and gun explores. There's a possibility that the quarry had a secret history during the Second World War, with speculation about torpedo boats and submarines being repaired here. Whilst not confirmed, Chatham Dockyard have said that workshops, stores, a police station and other buildings were built here. It's also suggested that in the 50s and 60s, civil defence search and rescue training was carried out here, with it being used as a firing range with tanks. Next, we travelled along the road to the neighbouring village to explore Bluebell Hill, which started to expand in 1860 when a brickwork site opened. The site is so vast and steep that horses wouldn't have been able to transport any materials, so several railway lines were built within the site. The first to be built and last to survive was an 800-metre long track running through a tunnel which was carved into the chalk to link the factories with the biggest chalk pit. You might not be able to see much underground, but you certainly can't complain about the views from the top.